Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your June 2022 mid-month general readings. So we're looking at the last 2 weeks of June, and this reading is for the air sign of Libra. Welcome everyone. As always, thank you for taking the time to be here, to watch these videos, for liking, sharing, subscribing, comments. Those of you who reach out for personal readings, always greatly appreciated. So, Libra, this reading is for you, last 2 weeks of June 2022. That's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Libra. It's also relevant if you're cross-watching for a Libran. Make sure to watch all of your signs, if you know them, sun, moon, rising, and Venus, because they can provide additional insight and perspective. And if you find that something does resonate with you enough that you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, maybe take a deeper look at something for yourself or as a gift for someone else, personal readings do make great gifts. Feel free to email me directly, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You can also get that same information by clicking on the description link attached to this video. I'd be delighted to hear from you, and I can usually respond the same day with more information. I do offer a wide variety of readings, and I am fairly timely about scheduling, so message me if you'd like. Okay, Libra, let's take a look at the last half of June 2022 for you. I'm using the Tarot of Dreams, clarifying with the Gilded Tarot. We begin with the Chariot. Success on a difficult path, sheer determination, perseverance, and willpower. It does imply a difficult road. With the Seven of Cups, dreams, daydreams, fantasizing, looking at different options. Sometimes the Seven of Cups is a bit illusionary because it's water energy, so it's kind of dreamy, emotional energy. It can represent looking only at the most beautiful, perfect possible outcome that there could be. Next, we have the Devil. Addiction, obsession, unhealthy materialism, a cycle that once you kind of get into this obsessive energy can become unhealthy. I mean, the Devil doesn't always have to be a challenging or negative energy card, but it often is because it represents excess. And there are very few things that we do to excess that end up being healthy for us. They're usually unhealthy when we do things to excess. But there's something we get out of it, which is what keeps kind of pulling us back into the cycle. And it's tempting. We have the Knight of Swords, movement, travel, conversations, information. Swords are governed by the element of air, which governs our intellectual landscape, perspectives, ideologies. Next, we have the Nine of Wands, sometimes called the Wounded Warrior card because it represents having gone through quite a bit already. And here's yet another challenge, feeling discouraged, tired, maybe thinking about giving up, wondering how to get through something or if you even should try. Tens represent a cycle ending or a cycle achievement coming full circle, typically a cycle ending or the striving for something. So the Nine of Wands represents being close to the end of something. With the Ace of Wands. Aces represent the number 1, of course, so they represent the start of a new path or a new opportunity. This is the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Fire. So it's a beginning which could be passionate, exciting, enthusiastic, creative, inspirational. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the last half of June is the Four of Swords. A card that typically comes up, I mean, this is about taking a step back, a temporary step back to rest, get respite, recuperate, get a different perspective. This card often comes up when someone is just feeling kind of tired and worn out, so they're taking a step back from some kind of conflict or challenge in order to kind of collect their thoughts, rest, recuperate, gain a different perspective, maybe seek some advice. It feels here like Libra, there's a situation here that you've been, a cycle with the Devil card that you've been stuck in for some time. It may have started out as many things that end up with the Devil card energy. It may have started out as something lovely, pleasant, satisfying, but it has become unhealthy. There's a very strong pull towards it for the last half of June. It feels like something's trying to kind of pull you back into this cycle that you're trying to get out of. But it's an unhealthy dream. It feels for some of you like whatever the situation is, it could be a relationship, it could be a job situation, anything really. There's emotion cards and thought cards here. No earth energy yet. So for many of you, this is probably something that has a strong emotional pull on you. But if you go back into it, then it's the same thing. Again, it feels illusionary. It feels like, yes, something or someone is trying to talk you back into getting into this cycle, a painful cycle. Because there's something that you get out of it here with, the Devil card. I mean, this in the world of dream, the tarot of dreams, it's portrayed as a couple being in this cage. They're in this cage, and the devil over them kind of symbolizes the power it has. But the door is open, they could leave, but they're still huddled in there. I feel like this sense of living in a bubble, like whoever's trying to pull you back or presenting it as like, come back into this beautiful, it's like a soap bubble when you blow bubbles in the air from those bubble wands, and they look so beautiful. They're all shiny and iridescent, reflecting all these colors. But whenever that bubble hits something solid, reality, then it pops and it's painful. And you're right back to the same thing again. But there is something lovely, that bubble represents, or living inside that bubble. Hope this is making sense to somebody, because that's what I'm getting. The last half of January looks like someone, trying to pull you back into something that part of you wants, but the other part of you, it's like mind and heart kind of battle. Let's clarify that Four of Swords. The moon, yeah. A lack of clarity. There's a lot of shadows under the light of the moon. Hidden corners, shadowy nooks. Deep-seated fears bubbling up. A lack of clarity. You don't know. Clarify the Chariot. The Fool, a brand new journey. The Two of Cups, soulmates, kindred spirits, best friends, an ideal relationship or an ideal situation. The Knight of Cups, offers or opportunities, love, support, encouragement. Clarify the Seven of Cups. the Ace of Wands, the Magician, and the Emperor. I don't really like these cards with the Seven of Cups, because the Seven of Cups is, I mean, it's a card about dreams and illusions and daydreams, which in and of themselves are not bad. I mean, we all have to have our dreams, right? But with the Magician and the Emperor, and it looks like there's another person involved here, whether this is a relationship, like a love romance relationship or friendship or a work situation. Somebody showing up as the Emperor, an Aries, a father figure, an older person, or somebody who's worked pretty hard to build up the life that they have, that they're on top of now. It feels like, for some of you, this is going to be a love and romance connection. For others of you, it feels like, I mean, the Emperor and the Magician alone, with the Seven of Cups, this is somebody who's very, very good at casting illusions. Somebody who's very good at, they're making an offer to you here. Someone is making an offer to you here, whether it's love and romance, whether it's a work or project situation, or they're saying, look at how wonderful it could be. Look at how beautiful it could be. They're only trying to focus you on the bubble part of that bubble, right? How beautiful it is and the shimmery colors, right? But there's no substance to it. The minute it brushes up against reality, it pops, but they're trying to pull you back in. That's what I'm getting here pretty strongly. Let's clarify that Devil card. I'm getting, for someone, they may be trying to tempt you with a trip of some kind. Or they're going on a trip and they're like, come with me, and you usually do, or you always have. But this time you've decided that you need to break this cycle because it always ends up being painful. Clarify the Devil. The Nine of Cups, yeah, wish fulfillment, getting everything you want, your cups overflowing with abundance. This is like classic. It's almost Hollywood version. This is like a classic, the devil going, come with me, come do this thing, come back here, come, what you've done before. You want it. It's everything that you could ever hope for. Knight of Swords. Conversation, information. For some reason, I'm feeling like they're making an offer to take you somewhere, go with them somewhere. But it's part of this cycle, right? But oh, so tempting. Yeah, the Eight of Wands, the Sun. Travel, communication, fast movement forward, light, love, laughter, vacation, and uplifting of restrictive energies. Again, it's like this siren call of the devil saying, come with me, and all your problems will be solved, or they'll recede, they'll go away. Interesting. Nine of Wands, Ace of Wands. Whatever the situation here is, there's a relationship here, but literally we're in relationship to everything. It might be a love and romance relationship, one that's well developed, or one that's trying to develop. With the Emperor here, it could be a boss, somebody of seniority, status, decision-making ability, money. So for some of you, it might be a job or work situation. But whatever it is that this cycle has been, regardless of how it started out, it's become unhealthy. But I think in the past, you've been pulled into it again and again by promises, or by, the illusionary part of it, not by the reality part of it, because the reality part of it is painful and it hurts. And every time that bubble bursts, you realize it again, right? But they're very, very good at doing it. And there is something, you know, quite tempting about it. They're trying to get you to focus only on that lovely temporary illusion part of it. 9 of Wands. King of Wands. The Emperor also is represented by the sign of Aries, so the other person in this situation, again, regardless of the nature of the relationship, may be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, is somebody who comes across that way. The 9 of Wands, again, this is like, tired, I'm so tired, I'm discouraged, I want to be done with this. Four of Pentacles, the Miser card, not giving in, withholding, showing but not, yeah. Clarify Ace of Wands. The Eight of Swords, the Lovers. Feeling helpless, feeling trapped. There's a relationship at a crossroads here, and a decision needs to be made. But there's a sense of not knowing, of feeling trapped. Now, the decision might be about a relationship itself, particularly if this resonates for some of you as love and romance. But for others of you, again, this situation, whatever you decide on the situation may have a significant impact on a primary relationship. For example, if it's a work or project situation and you're like, I've got to leave this job, I've got to leave this company, this isn't good for me, it's not good for my home, my family life, it's not good for my relationship. But yet there's things that you do get out of it. And you're tired of feeling like this is going around and around and around and you can't do anything about it. You can, is the thing, right? There isn't, you could make a decision. Nobody's actually keeping you in there. And the other thing I have to point out here, Libra, which I don't like about the energy that's coming through, is all of this energy is about, and herein may be some advice for you as well. Most of this energy is not proactive, meaning that you're at the mercy of, or you've allowed yourself to be at the mercy of whatever this temptation is, whatever is driving this energy, rather than being proactive. Some of you, I think, are taking some time out, but what I'm seeing here is just this battle being kind of fought perhaps within yourself of knowing that going back into this unhealthy cycle is not good for you, but there's something about it that calls to you quite strongly, and it's all about that, which kind of leaves you at the mercy of your own feelings and emotions. But what helps to actually, when you're, fighting that kind of battle, is to be proactive in other ways in your life as well. Meaning that, like, at the same time, a good analogy would be drug addiction here. It's like, okay, while you're in the process of resisting not going back into that addictive cycle, you also have to be proactive about getting healthy in other areas of your life, changing your thinking, where you go, the people that you associate with, all of that other kind of stuff, because being proactive and taking action and making active, intentional decisions will strengthen you in this on-again, off-again battle that you have of trying not to go back to something that's unhealthy for you. All right, let's end this with some advice and guidance. But I think a lot of you are maybe just taking some time out this last half of June. You're not really sure. You feel kind of like you're walking in maybe a fog. Temperance. This is about not making any impulsive decisions, not being led by your emotions or situations which come in that you may need to respond to, but you don't really want to get too sucked into that. Temperance is about staying grounded in the middle, neither too much of one nor too much of the other. Not doing anything impulsive or spontaneous during this time period. The Seven of Wands, defending, standing up and defending what you believe in, what you feel is right for you, what you believe is right. The Three of Cups, this is a social card. Parties, your best friends, your tribe, your kindred spirits, positive social connections in your community. And Strength, being strong, facing fears, doubts, insecurities, wrestling with those temptations, overcoming them, understanding them. So take some time off and be good to yourself. Don't forget to just get out and have fun and spend some time around people that understand you, that understand what you're about, what you're trying to do for yourself, that are good for you, and have fun. It's okay to put this aside for a while, but don't give in to it. And don't, again, do anything particularly spontaneous or impulsive around this issue. It's fine to take some time off and some quiet time. It does look like you need that. But make sure that some of that time is also social too, with good, positive people that are that love you, that care about you, and that support you. That'll help as well. Okay, Libra, those are your messages for the last half of June. I hope you found them helpful and useful, or at least gave you some food for thought, or validated what's already going on for you. Again, if any of this resonates with you enough that you'd like to take a deeper look, reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to hear from you and to work with you. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the July general readings. Until then, stay safe and well, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.